really taken to her new buddy.
No.
I hate to separate them, but I mean, I'm begging people. I'm like, please take this dog.
You don't know what you're about to get yourself into.
Hey, do you want that dog?
You
Can I
gotta
pet
find
that
somebody to
dog?
take that dog. You already
She
got
comes to
enough.
work, and I just tie them up together. They do fine. They just play all day.
Yeah, but you're about to have a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, you old fuck.
All right,
Poor bastard.
Garrett, let's get it started. I'm about to vibrate out of my seat over here. I got Borderlands to play.
He's gonna.
Oh,
Josh is
okay,
gonna
okay.
be trans-dimensional by the time the game is over.
That came out? Wow.
Good God.
And that's only like 2%.
only 2% of my power.
Yeah, it came out today. It's been out since 11 o'clock and has already been downvoted to hell because apparently the optimization is bad on it
Oh no.
for people who have newer graphics cards, I suppose. But I've got Jessica's up. While you're doing the recap, I'm probably going to come over here and try to see if I can watch the video without any lagging on hers. And if that's the case, then I don't know what they're talking about.
I'm still rocking my 1080.
I don't know what y'all talking about. What I mean, I've been recording for about 40 seconds.
There you go.
Does anyone remember what happened last time on D&D?
We killed the queen.
Killed that bitch. And now we get to decide some small push of fate.
Which we have not discussed outside of the game.
At all.
We were supposed to.
We meant to. Yes, we did. But then everyone promptly forgot.
Oh no, I remembered. I just didn't do anything about it.
If only we actually talked about D&D in the D&D chat.
True.
Yeah, but if we do that, then Garrett can see what we say.
Yeah.
And we don't need
I'll
him
scroll up.
counteracting us. No.
It's fine. We'll just make a secret non-Garrett chat.
Story of my
fun in
life.
What the hell? They keep making these.
So,
Yes. You defeated the Angel of the Ice and her marionette boss, her Fey magic. You had promised to kind of help her, not knowing what you were agreeing to, but you fought your way out of the maze, saving the tiny fairy, sending her back to her own plane.
We agreed to help Snow, not agreed to help Fuckface.
Well, you didn't know what was going on. You didn't know Snow existed. Well, or hadn't talked to her. And, you were like, what's going on? And she was like, oh, I'm divining the mathematics of the universe or whatever the hell she said. And you're like, we want to be involved. And she's like, okay.
She just saw toys. That's all she saw.
But you have reached the end of this great and endless chasm, deep below the frozen waste of Stygia. You reach the Chamber of Betrayal. It is not a place built for mortals. It is a scar on time itself, a hollow between seconds, frozen in regret. The chamber is circular, vast and hollow, like the inside of a geode, its walls of black ice, veined with a ruby red crystal that pulses slowly like breathing. The ceiling is impossibly high, a shimmering void of frozen stars hanging upside down. The floor is fractured glass and shadow. Some areas reflect light and memory, and others seem to fall away into the void. In the center, suspended in midair by curved, thread-like spires of crystal, is the memory core, a massive floating shard, shaped sort of like a teardrop and a heart at once, and it glows from within. A frozen moment of betrayal plays out inside it, looping endlessly. From this crystalline memory, Levistus is always betraying Asmodeus, and as such, he is always in captivity. You are alone in this great room of betrayal, You have nothing to stop you from adjusting fate as you see fit.
So, if we remove Levistus from the image, does that mean that he's no longer imprisoned?
It'll have echoing effects of which I can't allude to.
Are we helping him or what? Because
uh,
I feel like either way is our downfall, and
Hold on. I remember from last time you were awaiting a phrase or something from your god.
I
James.
did forget that.
Yep, that's true.
That's where we ended.
That checks
I
out.
asked Kosuth what his choice would be given the same scenario, which I know is tantamount to asking Garrett what he would do, but
No way.
it's Garrett as Kosuth, so
In your prayer, you hear the Lord of Fire speak in your own voice, in your own head. But you feel a voice that is not your own speaking directly to you, nonetheless. And he says, "My son, my arm, think of the path to power. You are not bound to anything but your own superiority. Your greatness is what calls you, not an oath, not a promise, not gold, only power. The path that allows you to take all that you can. That is my advice to you."
thanks, Yoda.
I don't think Yoda said that.
All right,
Albert
let's-
Einstein.
Let's look at everything. So,
He wants you to think of what puts you in the most advantageous position outside of any promises or other bullshit you have going on.
Goodness, yeah, just 100% get yours. Fuck them.
Where can you twist and betray and take to put yourself in the best position?
That would put my character in the position to help Levistus at the risk of getting fucked by Levistus. However, if I don't help Levistus, Asmodeus has every opportunity to fuck with me too. So it's kind of what king of hell do I want to get the soap slapped out of my hand by?
This is also something to put in perspective. You three have deals that are set in, I'm not sure, blood, I guess.
Something like that.
We're not harming Asmodeus.
Mhm.
An accidental loophole, I'm sure. But
My thought process behind this would be is if that were to be true and he does throw a wrench into your plans by betraying you, he can instantly throw you out of hell just if you touch him. Because we are here to get the string, if I'm not mistaken,
that
and
is the
make
main
sure of
goal.
their safekeeping.
We have dropped the ball and lost one, however.
but we weren't aware of that one at the time.
Yeah, we kind of dilly-dallied, and Garrett's like, wow, y'all took like 2 weeks. That thing's like super dead.
We also didn't know it
Reese-
existed.
Yeah, well, it wasn't
yeah.
for us to know because that was our intro.
Indeed.
Breezes die and continue, but there's also many more. I wouldn't fret over one lost breeze compared to the many that still exist.
Well, I stand with Yareth. I say let him be the one to make the decision, because ultimately,
Let him decide.
we have no input in that.
If I have a hand in it, I'll be breaking contracts,
That's,
supposedly.
That's a lot of responsibility to put onto someone.
Now, before
Especially a guy we basically just met.
Yareth, what agreement did you have to make to get into the Hells?
Garrett?
That's a great
know
question.
We essentially, I started at the lower end and was coming up, trying to search for Silas
Okay.
because I was
whoa,
there
now,
to give
hold
him
on.
to assist him.
Garrett specifically told us we can go down, we can't go back up.
Yeah, you can't.
How is he working up then?
He must have had help from someone. Who that someone might be.
Plot twist.
Roll for
That's
deception.
some good lore. Yeah, you know. I don't know. What do you want, Josh?
Garrett furiously types into ChatGPT how this motherfucker can do it.
Contracting
I
with
guess-
Mephistopheles would be a very obvious and easy answer somehow. He has nearly as much power as Asmodeus.
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, essentially, the story that I come up with him was that he was essentially given the same vision as Silas after Silas made the agreement. Hold on 1 second, y'all.
Get in bed. What's with kids and not getting in bed?
I was
Tell me about
I was famous for it. I would always be getting out of the bed like I can't sleep, except for now I'm an adult and it's the same thing. And I just go up in the kitchen and get me a snacky.
My mom was always like, "No Nintendo, no Game Boy, no TV." And as soon as she like pulled the door to, I was like, "Oh, here we go, baby! It's Nintendo, Game Boy, TV time."
Yes, this is the way. Also, when the fucking Game Boy SP came out, I was so spoiled. I had like backlight, and I could turn it off
Yeah.
whenever mom came in the room, or like slap it shut, just like I'm dead.
I'm sleeping.
Don't look at me. Yeah.
So he was given a vision right after Silas made the agreement with Bahamut, kind of to, if Silas couldn't complete the journey, he would.
Yeah, maybe Bahamut sent you.
Could be. We can hammer that out.
Your character, I suppose.
We can hammer it out. Let's just stick with Bahamut. Essentially, he knew something was going to happen and wanted me there to help if I could. If not, continue the journey.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, Josh, it sounds like it is up to you.
It's a lot of responsibility, but Joshua, you see several things. The memory center, the sphere, the heart, whatever you'd like to call it, the core. There's dozens of crystallized memories floating around of the moment. It's a thought, a phrase, a flicker of emotions at this council of hell. The threads are translucent magical filament stretched across the chamber like webbing, some horizontal, some slanted, some spiraling. These acts of like threads of fate in different directions. What else should you know? There's lots of options. I don't want to give too much away. I want you guys to kind of think outside the core, as it may be. But you can adjust the scene as you see fit. Did I tell you the scene that's happening?
Yeah, essentially, he was trying to put a brand on Asmodeus, and one of them was like stabbing him in the back. The other put like a hold person on him so he couldn't finish the sigil. Can't remember what the other one was doing.
It was a great drama of the hells, not the first nor the last. Levistus enacted his plan, claiming stagnation in Asmodeus's power, seemingly leaving the hells to their own devices, not being a strong enough leader. All these threatened complaints that may or may not be true. And ostensibly to himself, he had gotten everyone's support, but as he enacted his plot and sought to bind Asmodeus with a great and ancient rune, Memon, Mephistopheles, Glasia, and Dispater were double agents, and they betrayed him. And that is the scene you see.
And see, this is where I come to the impasse. Do I want it to have, like, do I have enough power where I can have, like, all of their attacks be ineffective to him? Or do I want it to be that the brand was complete by the time they finished their stuff?
There's lots of options. I don't want to give away too much, but you can kind of
Or do you-
replace, insert, change alliances, switch things around. You have control over this moment. You can't say, like, I explode Mammon's head forever or anything like that. But
Right.
in this moment, you can move the chessboard around as you see fit. And it will be like law. Like it will be the thing that happened, however you change it. And the
It will be.
culminating effect will have all these kind of crazy, ripple effects depending on what you do, no matter what.
What if
So
you stop?
Mammon was the one that disappeared, correct?
You mean now
Yeah.
in the current time?
Yeah.
Time? Yes. The party has sent Memon away. There's a new
Yeah.
ruler of the third hell.
Correct. Okay. So, and that's because, like, Mammon disappeared, so I don't think he would honestly be a good candidate to even try to change alliances. I'm thinking about the
Yeah.
other two.
Whose domain are we about to enter? Glasia?
Glasia, yes.
Yeah, I
Asmodeus'
figured.
daughter.
I was thinking that too. I was also thinking, what if you cause it to not happen, like any of it, which will allow
So-
My thing is,
Levistus
we
another
could-
chance to do the sigil while we're talking to him.
Well, I think that's the main goal anyway. If he's released, regardless of what we do, if he's released, then that's probably his plan. Regardless.
I have like consequences for each of these things, and there's kind of like paths forward. So it's like there's definitely concrete things to do. So don't be scared of thinking crazy stuff.
That would be very interesting, John, because essentially, if nothing were to happen and we're kind of in the situation now, I wonder how much that would change the future. Would, like, there'd be more just complete, like, confusion? Now that Mammon's gone, we would technically have
How
this guy that we're releasing and the new person.
I would say, how about this? Since we're in the fifth one right now? Fifth ring?
Yes.
So we got 4 more to go through.
Yes, they're all different sizes and activity levels, but yes.
What if you alter Glacia to be in favor of Levistus because she has a grudge against her dad's actions by not giving in to how she favors to do things, and she ends up signaling to Levistus that no, he shouldn't do it because she knows of something. Like how that something is knowing that the other two are siding with Asmodeus. And since Mammon's gone now, and we essentially have that person on our side, that ends up putting it 3
V2.
against Asmodeus and
Despotter, I think, correct?
Mephistopheles, Dispotter,
Oh, Mephistopheles,
Memon, and Glasia are the double agents. The rest didn't act, but you can never be sure of their alliances. Welcome to hell.
So I mean, if
Welcome
we do
to
that,
hell.
Two things.
We have-
Not that I'm implying anything. That would be a kind of swap of the betrayer action, of which is a valid path for sure. Independent of that, just to let you know, you can fuck this up. If the paradox is too irreconcilable.
Okay.
So
I was debating on mentioning that or not, but I think I will just for an informed decision.
but we know Glacia literally does not care either way. She just wants to cause fucking problems.
My thing is, can we swap Glacia with Levistus altogether and make her the betrayer entirely? Like,
That's
put her getting stabbed and shit.
that's different.
You have that power.
I see what
I
you're
will
I
saying.
didn't think that
say-
was going to be such a curveball, but I mean, you know,
No, I
it's the
see
only real option I can think of because we're about to go in her realm, and it would be useful if she wasn't there.
James, I see what you're saying. So basically, instead of Levistus being the one to do the usurping and the others be that, it ultimately is Glacia being the usurper and Levistus acting like a double agent
And
against
then
him.
Levistus will be
to-
the one.
Yeah.
Basically,
Levistus
he
acting
will
like a-
have betrayed Asmodeus, and we won't have a contract with this guy because he'll either be dead or trapped or something, and he can't do shit to us. However, that means Levistus will be gone. Levistus will be on the throne of hell, and we will have to then try and sign a contract with him then, which, yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying it as Levistus, instead of going directly towards Asmodeus, pick the one that has no allegiance to basically make sure that she doesn't have a side and sets her up as the one trying to usurp him. So that way he can undermine everything himself and continue to use his plot against Asmodeus. He basically makes her the scapegoat for what his true motives are. Like he's trying
My
to
thing
take
is,
one
isn't this the
individually.
only way that we can free him?
It's the only way he told us.
Do you mean that action specifically is the only way to free him, or
I mean, us here where we are.
yeah? I won't say it's literally nothing else, but you have no concept of any other option as
Like
in
as
your
far
current
as our
state.
characters know, this is it. This is like the thing, and anything else would probably be far too above our pay grade to even fuck with. Okay, Patch, you've been fucking thinking about it.
Been thinking
Quiet
about it.
ass.
Well, I mean, you guys were talking.
Chagat.
I personally think that we should free Levistus, and I think that that's our best bet.
I tend to
And-
agree, but how?
Um,
How do we
What do you
change
think?
the image to do so and not fuck ourselves?
Well, I
Lots
mean,
of
essentially, what if that brand were to go through? If I remember correctly from the last time that we talked, it's essentially going to make Levistus about the same power it makes equality in quotation marks. So technically, Levistus would be on the level of Mephistopheles, correct? No, Asmodeus. Excuse
It's
me.
hard to know for sure. I can't give too much away because this is
Right.
advanced stuff, but it's hard to know for sure. Mephistopheles attempts to bind a rune of untold power to Asmodeus. You assume it would lessen him, bind him, or stop him somehow. He doesn't bind it to himself for power or his allies for power. He attempts like an attack to Asmodeus himself. So that influences probably your perception of it. But as far as that, you're not sure the details.
And we can only change one aspect.
It's a chessboard. You can move the pieces how you like. It's
So can
only
I
a
have
moment in time.
Mephistopheles branding Glacia, and that would lessen her for our next trip. And
I will
then-
ask.
Go ahead.
There is the paradox effect. So I would ask. I think Fate is asking, not the DM, why Mephistopheles would be binding Glacia, who is much weaker than himself. And I don't mean like to stop you. I mean that will be the question that gets answered by time. You know what I mean? Like that becomes reality, and then reality will be influenced by that action, and
Yeah,
like
so
why that happened
why
will
is
build
I
itself.
guess.
why is one of the
Well,
lords
he's after
finding
her,
some-
right? Or have we already been through his realm?
No, you haven't been through Glasia or Mephistopheles yet.
I didn't think so.
Beelzebub, Glasia, Mephistopheles, Asmodeus, they remain.
Lord, I don't want to deal with Beelzebub.
He's friendly.
I would propose. I still would propose trying to get Glasia to be on the side of Levistus, and
Triple agent.
yeah, and I would say,
I see it as
and I would say
Go ahead,
using
I'm
it to
sorry.
trick Mephistopheles. So that way, that means that we have Levistus and Glasia on our side, and Mephistopheles is shown as the one who was planning it all along, and Asmodeus takes care of him. So that gives us
Ha.
2 on our side and 1 out, instead of 1 on our side and 1 out.
What if we had Asmodeus? What if we had everyone fighting everyone, right? And it's just like hell as usual. Like everyone's fighting. It's a war. And then Levistus is simply taken out of the picture.
Taking out of the picture might be a little hard. This is just a moment in time.
We could just put him behind Asmodeus then.
You're saying putting him as kind of like the neutral ground.
Well, more like he hasn't done his thing yet.
I only mean in the sense that you can't like kill him. You can't.
No.
Mhm.
No killing. He exists.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
he.
but he
It has
he hasn't
nothing to
acted
do with him
upon any
now,
of his
and he's
plans
no
yet.
longer imprisoned.
He's just a watcher of this betrayal.
But my problem with the paradox thing is that if we release him, he will never have been imprisoned, thus never be beholden to us for releasing him.
that is a good question.
It
Mike.
never happened, so he doesn't give a fuck.
Right. So how would he know if we released him? That's a good point.
I mean,
That's-
maybe he knows, right? But like, I don't know.
That's a very astute observation that I was hoping you wouldn't make. Give me an Arcana roll.
I've got pretty
Here's
good.
ChatGPTing so fast.
Whoa, I didn't know about this.
It's going to be a 25.
Damn.
Mine's slow. Mine's like 12.
Um, 25. Damn.
Yeah. I got a +7 in Arcana for some reason.
Tell us.
Those directly affected will remember the alternative universe.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I don't feel like that's a
Ooh.
big give. I just like know
So
that anyway to go on with our decision.
So if we change this and make it the now reality, they will remember it as a type of memory that's
But they won't know who.
they'll recall it, but it'll be like a conflicting memory and go. "No, that
Yeah,
doesn't
it'll
make
be
sense.
strange
That's
for
what it
everyone
is."
except Asmodeus, who knows everything. It'll be strange for everyone else. They'll have this other memory that's, real to them, but they can't place it for some reason.
Asmodeus will know that we're doing this.
Yes.
He probably knows everything that we've done.
Well, if that's the case, I will turn to my
Josh
friend
definitely
and
has to
say,
be the one.
leave the cave or leave the room.
Just don't
He'll
do
only
anything.
have the false memory if you directly affect him. If you were to make him the one that did something or anything like
Yeah,
that.
because
Whoever
technically
you're
he didn't do anything. He's
Yeah,
just
he's-
sitting there smiling,
Yeah,
right?
he's just aura farming.
Okay.
I guess my question is,
whatever,
what do I have to
piece
change-
you move will know.
What do I have to change to make Levistus free?
I don't want this to take forever, but you were on the right path. You know, you could substitute someone else as the traitor, and they would be punished. You
My first idea.
could, let me think. I have a bunch of like.
I do
branching
feel
paths
I
for
do
this.
feel like Glazia is the easy out because, as you said earlier, she's sort of weak, right? So maybe she was trying to grasp for more power, as one of Hell might do.
Like I said, she doesn't have any allegiance. She just wants to cause fucking problems. Just because.
I think
knowing
she
that
wants
doesn't have as
power.
much
She doesn't have power.
Yeah, that's why she wants to cause those problems. She doesn't have as much as everyone else, so she wants to be the.
She's
wants to
definitely
be the weakest
BPD
link
goth
in the chain to
GF, you
break it
know.
all up.
I mean, does anybody see a problem with simply switching her and Levistus and
Yeah.
going on about our fucking day?
There's like prevent entirely, swap, change, delay, amplify, trick, other crazier things.
I can't find myself being too imaginative with this because I don't know, my mind's not good with like the politics of like what might happen and that everything.
Sure, it's complex.
So this is my thought process on it. Definitely change Glazia and Levistus, but then I would also say Mammon, since Mammon is technically not even here anymore, get him out of there too.
Well, why
Technically
change him?
weaken his power to the point to where he couldn't do it. His power would be ineffective against stopping Levistus.
Okay, but if we did that, what would change with old Snake Bitch?
I don't. I can't
See,
give too
there's
much
that.
away.
I don't
but
see any reason to
Mammon-
change Mammon.
if Mammon is lessened, then perhaps
She is
his
too.
inheritance would be lessened too.
Well, also too, she wouldn't need us to have taken him over, maybe, if he wasn't quite
Yeah,
so.
I would
powerful.
say leave Mammon because then
Oh, yeah.
she's
Leave him-
she's
leave him be.
useful.
But there's no guarantees.
No, leave Mammon be. We've
Um,
put a pin in that fucking button.
Okay, well then let's do this. I will tell. Okay, well then they can say because Asmodeus won't really know because we're not touching him.
Oh, yeah,
I would
wise.
say
Wise.
amplify Levistus. That way, his whatever he was trying to do goes through,
Oh,
and switch him and Gladia.
Glazia.
Glazia, excuse me.
okay.
Is that the final say?
Final answer.
Anybody?
No, I
I'm so
mean,
nervous to pull the trigger on it.
we're gonna have to eventually.
Yep, let's do it. Let's end this campaign.
So Glazia is the great betrayer. Do you give her any allies? Or detractors?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is maybe make Mephistopheles her ally.
Yeah, because knowing that he has power that rivals Asmodeus, and the daughter betrays, that puts a certain type of damper on Asmodeus's thought process.
I do feel like it's thematically the right choice, even if it's kind of screwing us because it's making her stronger for having allies and whatnot. But I think it is what it is.
You see, from this change, you weave the threads of fate themselves, changing this moment in crystalline time, where Mephistopheles, his beautiful, intelligent, captivating face, was in a rigor of fear as his allies turned out to be double agents. Instead, he stands to the sidelines, looking enigmatic, watching this event unfold. Whether he was purposefully not intervening or did so to betray Glazia, who knows? but the very daughter of Asmodeus himself throws out a rune of unbelievable power, untold in history. With Mephistopheles' help, you see Asmodeus go to one knee. The great rune makes a huge circle around him, infinitely complex in every way. It holds him down like chains, grinding him to the center of the floor. This blasphemy is unbelievable. If you were of this realm, you might, your eyes would bleed seeing this happen. This madness. And that's where the memory stops.
Oh boy.
Oh Lord.
Well, let us make our return.
Could we have added something? I know I'm just talking in post, but
Yes.
it would have been neat to add the string and make it imprisoned here in hell. But then it would thus be safe because no one could get to it.
At the same time, the string was not here, nor did they have its existence.
I mean, it probably existed. It just wasn't here.
You return to the surface, I assume.
Yeah.
You pass the angel of the ice. Her,
Do you mean the dust?
the explosion
The
of
dust.
the ice. Her cult having been rooted out from the top, you see the strange fish people in a panic. They're running about and fighting each other for power. It's chaos you caused. You keep going up through the various traps you're familiar with, the ice that steals your memories and traps you within, the various enemies and pitfalls and everything else you've already dealt with. I won't make you deal with on the way back. And you return. Whereas once, Stygia was a frozen wasteland of misery and memory. Now, Tantalin Reborn, is a jewel of infernal elegance. Frozen canals flow through the city, navigated through gondolas, pulled by soul-bound shades. The architecture blends Baroque infernal with icy perfection, towers of clear, razor-edged crystal glowing with bluish hellfire from within. The glacier of Levistus, once his prison, is now a palace, half sunken in the icy sea, shaped like an inverted crown, magnificent in its awe of ice. The climate is frozen, but now purposefully so. The cold and extension of Levistus's will, no longer punishing and brutal, but as choice. The ice acts as glass, reflecting secrets, listening, spying for him. Where the river Styx went through this land of Stygia, it is frozen solid, made into a long bridge of which trade and commerce are conducted through this infernal jewel in the center of hell. It's been quite a change.
Very cool.
You have directly affected this realm in a great and powerful way. What do you do?
We going to go see the man, I believe.
The man, the myth, the Levistus.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Wonder if he's not going to remember the deal.
No, he'll remember.
Yeah, because we directly affected him.
You go To the castle. As you pass the city, it is no longer a frozen corpse waiting to die and unable to, but a bustling metropolis. Shades and sinners live alongside fish, merfolk, other demons. Not demons, devils of hell, all together in this bustling great city of ice, alive with activity. You pass through the streets, and no longer do you see that the sea is feared. It is now orderly and peaceful. The merfolk raiders seemingly no longer a threat. You don't see any of the built-in defenses or what do you call them? Stations at the shore to alert people to run. It is almost idyllic here, except for the cold, perhaps. You enter the great castle of ice. You are beckoned through to the court of masks. A name, not literal. They don't wear masks, but you see Levistus himself on a great throne of ice, beautiful in his countenance. He is almost angelic, perhaps a little bit like you, Pitch. Handsome, beguiling, perfect. He surrounds himself with spies, assassins, diplomats, poets. He is a Renaissance man himself. He enjoys the written word. He enjoys subterfuge, spycraft, politics, the Game of Thrones, even if the TV show was so bad. But this is Levistus's way. Courtly intrigue is the law here. Advancement comes through plots, seduction, perfectly delivered truths or insults. The corpse that was Stygia is now alive with word and civility, decrees, and devilish contract. Levistus wears a great crown of ice as you enter. His size, physical size, is pretty awe-inspiring itself. He's about 20 foot tall, a bit of a giant.
Yeah, he's very Emperor of Mankind, as I understood it.
He is much smaller than he was in the glacier itself. You feel perhaps that he can adjust his size to see fit. He wants, commanding presence, but still able to fit in his castle and deal with his constituents, you assume. You approach him. What do you say?
God, I'll leave that up to some of you guys. I don't even know what to say.
Do you remember our deal?
I do. My heroes. I remember everything as a nightmare that I just have awoken from. As though there is a bard's song playing underneath my life, and I can hear it in the echoes just below me of what once was and is no longer. You have delivered your promise, and I shall deliver yours.
Here it comes.
What exactly has changed since this reawakening?
Are you asking him or me?
Yes.
In my nightmare, I was trapped, unable to influence my realm, unable to govern, to gain power, to lie or truth as I see fit, only stuck in a hellish forever prison. Now I am back. Though it feels like I was always here, I know I was not. Now the court of Levistus shall rise in power. With me at the helm. He says this with like a dripping smugness and confidence.
What did we ask for? I don't even remember.
For him
I actually
to
don't
abolish our pact with
remember.
Asmodeus.
Yeah.
Our contract.
Yeah, but we asked for something else too.
Well, we asked for him to rewrite or just basically unwrite them.
With a whim, much less a thought, Asmodeus' special ability comes to the forefront. You see the Arbiter Angels themselves rise, their silver liquid skin rising from the ground. 3 of them, equal twins, triplets, bald, horrifying in visage, inhuman. Their sharp teeth grind at their own lips, a steady stream of blood as they chatter and chew, waiting for someone to try and break a contract. Levistus flashes his hand as though he were swatting away an annoying insect. You see the angels, their ears and mouths bound in these icy chains that block any sight or sound. And finally, a crimson ring of like crystalline blue-red ice covers their eyes. They're blind, deaf, and dumb to the world around them, symbolically not watching for the great contract to be upheld. From the pit of flame, he pulls out a scroll. You can only assume this material visage is meant to convey its purpose to you by showing you something you're familiar with. You don't think it's an actual scroll that you can hold. Levistus walks down his enormous steps coming towards the center where all this is happening. He looks down at you all, the angels bound and deafened. He says, "You wish to be able to harm the Lord of Hell."
No,
Question
I just
mark.
wish to steal from him.
Not even steal. We just need to negotiate the transfer of something.
We gave you your world back. Now it's time to get ours.
Stealing from him would count as harming him in some indirect way. I will rewrite the words as written on the contract. You will be able to take whatever you can from him.
Killing him is your job, not ours.
Wise. Very wise. It may take many millennia yet for me to rise to the Lord of Hell. He rewrites your contract. There is no longer a clause that says you cannot harm Levistus in any way.
You can no longer harm Asmodeus.
Asmodeus, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Levistus does that to not harm Asmodeus. Yes, yes, yes. You are no longer bound by the rules that you cannot bring harm to Asmodeus in any way.
Are there any new rules that he added in?
Yeah.
What would you like? Tell him.
No. I just didn't. He's the betrayer, right? So I gotta keep an eye on him.
No, if it was his contract, he would probably write in "you're his slave for eternity" or something like that. But it is directly with Asmodeus. He can only rewrite the small text. And with
Good enough
this
for me.
turning point in the hells, where you are unbound and can actually affect the great Lord himself, you level up.
Oh my
Oh, fuck.
god!
This would be like the season finale coming soon, I assume.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Asmodeus is on your radar.
As Levistus does that, I'll tell him, while it may take several millennia, like you state, you are aware that Mammon is no more, correct?
Yes, I am. I can feel his presence, or lack thereof, now that I am not stuck in my tomb.
You should
The loss
seek
of
out.
Mammon does not harm me any.
The loss may not harm you, but you should seek out who has taken his place. Reach
Oh,
out
I
to
have
her
ninth
to
level
join you
spells.
and tell her who helped you, because we're the ones who helped her.
I will take your advice to heart. You are strange, small creatures, but you are able to affect much. You have gained my respect, perhaps the most valuable prize of all.
I'll give him a slight bow.
Have you guys ever read the text to the spell True Resurrection?
No.
It's insane.
What is it?
I can make anything alive again within 200 years of death. And if they were undead, they're not undead. If they were cursed, they're not cursed. Like, it's the real thing.
If you thought you killed him, you didn't. If you
You
thought you
didn't.
had a battle with him, you didn't.
Yeah, pretty much. Fucking rethink your shit.
James is going to bring back
Hey.
people to stab him again.
Ooh, I got power
James
word
is going to be
heal.
the barbarian from that video where it's got the lynch that he just keeps on his backpack and keeps taking off his limbs every day
Good
as he
God.
regrows them.
Yeah.
You don't like it's the
No,
guy, the funny
no.
barbarian thing. Oh,
No, that I know what you're talking about. You're not reading what I'm reading.
That means
what you
Pitch can bring back Garibold.
That's true.
I can. But the requirement for the spell is 25,000 gold worth of diamonds.
Oh my god. Just that little thing.
I'm gonna let you know right now, we all have over 10,000 gold. So
Yeah, well,
It could happen.
look, I've been trying to convince Josh to play Garibold, but he doesn't want to play it because he doesn't want to do the Artificer thing anymore.
I would have to find it.
And I
The new
can't make
Artificer
Patrick
is
play
bullshit.
Genbo again.
But Gamebo could be here, just hanging out.
Garrett's just like, fucking do it.
You can bring back those horses you abandoned.
So, because I've never really taken the time to read a 9th level spell, this says you restore up to 700 hit points, divided as you choose among any number of creatures that you can see within range. Creatures healed by the spell also have the blinded, deafen, and poison conditions removed from them. 700 hit points.
That's a
The
lot.
spell.
It's mass heal, 9th
All right.
level.
Yeah, I mean that's a good emergency button for a 9th level spell. There's kind of diminishing returns because nobody has 700 HP, so you gotta consider.
No, you spread it amongst any target, any amount
Well,
of target.
I mean, yeah, but even amongst yourselves, if everybody needed healing, it still wouldn't be 700.
Probably not. Or what the fuck astral projection is. Or gate. This shit is insane. I'm sorry. You continue. We got like 25 minutes.
You have access to 9th level spells now, huh?
This is insane. This is
How
fucking.
many do you get?
How many 9th level spells or how many spell slots? Because it's probably just one.
Yeah,
It's just one spell slot.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's like a hit the button. I also at this level I also have Avatar of Battle, which makes me resistant to like all physical damage, basically piercing, bludgeoning, everything. I'm resistant to it.
Avatar of War.
Or is that what it is?
No, it's just a magic card I like.
Yeah, where it says defenses, it's just a full box right now. Bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, non-magical attacks, necrotic, radiant. Good God.
Do you continue your journey?
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a straight shot down now. You are friends in this realm.
Take it.
We go down the magical ice bridge.
Yeah.
Indeed. Indeed. Let me find my notes. Let me see. A couple of things. Let me check something real quick. Yes. I'm having to change things because you changed them. Indeed. Just looking for a name. Give me 1 second. Yes, as you return to the boat, whereas before it kind of rolled away in the roiling icy churn, where these great galleons were required with their metal facing fronts to ice break things. Now you have an endless river, frozen solid. You see trade posts and businesses on each side of the river. There's even people skating and playing games. Levistus is not a cruel man. He is a narcissistic one, and his realm seems to reflect that. TX and Code Tom wait for you.
Frozen in place.
No, they instead of being kind of adrift on this icy realm, they are just waiting on the frozen channel that awaits you all.
Here we
Is
go.
there any noticeable difference in the two?
No, Kotam waits, his half gold mask, his enigmatic self, just waiting for you all at the helm. TX kind of dances excitedly as you come back, waving his arms. And he says, "They're back! They're back! Finally, they're back!"
We been
Quite
gone
a
so long?
lively crew you have here.
TX says, No time at all. I wonder what all you got up to. Things feel a little different around here. I wonder if you made the right decision."
Well, I can tell you I didn't make the decision.
Yeah, I wasn't me. Even though it doesn't matter now.
Instantly, Yareth puts his mask up and just kind of sits back in the boat.
Hey, shirking off responsibility is just as bad as taking it. We're all responsible here, except for
I like
me.
that. I like that he's like, "Hey, can I join your group? I heard everything. Wow, I'm changing actual hell."
Well, I'm sure it's all for the best. You guys are smart. I'm sure you made the right decision. TX says, excitedly and friendly, the little barbs he likes to cast to goad you, hidden within his words, perhaps, having a good time. Anyone want to play ice hockey?
Definitely not. Pitch is hating every minute of this cold, non-warm,
Yeah.
non-fire area.
Indeed. It's not as punishing as it once was, but it is still cold. As you had walked to to the barge to cross the river Styx, if you remember, in the very beginning, the first mausoleum you passed where a bunch of his followers, Levistus's followers, were being eternally punished to prostrate themselves in this frozen wasteland. You say the great church is alive with activity. Small, red, impish devils dance around the great building. It is in perfect health. Another change caused by you guys.
Sounds like a good change.
Sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Not horrible implications.
That's what I'm wondering is like, we killed those people there. Are they back?
They were never killed. Because they were never prostrate. You all continue. As your vessel is churned forward through the icy river of the Styx now, you face no impediment. In fact, it's smooth sailing, quite literally. Kotam seems to have no issue using the ice to slide the barge across the river. In fact, it seems to be almost guiding you all forward. It's quite nice. Different from the tomb you found yourselves in. This living realm, one of power and intrigue now. But for everything, there is a cost. As your vessel is churned forward through the gateway, the river begins to narrow. You enter Malbolg.
Fuck.
The sound of slothing ice becomes muffled, then swallowed by an acidic river, narrow and punishing. You are swallowed by an oppressive quiet as the towering walls of a canyon rise up around you. But no, these aren't the cliffs of stone. They curve with the grotesque symmetry of bone. Rib-like structures, colossal and ivory-stained, arch overhead, the remains of some unfathomable colossus. You pass beneath them as though being devoured by the fossilized corpse of the plane itself. The air thickens. Every breath you take is iron and rot. The trees you thought you saw are matted tangles of hair, black, gray, and rust red, some curling like root, others standing upright like petrified bristles, as though the skin of the plane itself. This land is no land at all. It pulses faintly beneath viscous patches of coagulated blood. Arteries once meant to nourish, now snake and cross the terrain as river. Open and weeping foul alchemical ooze into bubbling lakes of bile. The stink burns your nose, corpse smell, and the ground beneath your feet is inconsistent, soft and spongy, crunching with the brittle snap of cartilage. Then you see them. Teeth. Some shattered, some whole, protruding through the earth like shattered mausoleums, jagged and slick with congealed matter. They dot the landscape as grotesque obelisk. This land, this entire realm, is a body, a corpse that died screaming and never stopped. You have entered Malbolg. There is no solid ground here, only remains. Kotam, ever helpful, says that this realm is a hag's body, a deity-level hag that died some unfathomable time ago, now makes up the structure of this strange, mysterious land. This is one of the smallest and strangest realms. The deity hag's body serves as terra firma, its bizarre and endless secrets buried in the dead flesh itself. Glacia has been sentenced to reside here as her punishment for her betrayal.
My goodness.
As such, the realm has has gone decrepit, unloved, untended to. It is a land of death and misery and grotesque foulness.
Nasty.
Any reaction to this? Any questions? Anything at all?
Are we in the butthole?
You'll have to travel south for the butthole and make entrance. It's quite poisonous.
A piece of corn. I'm sorry. Let's continue. Oh Lord.
Yeah, Kotam has more info if you want to talk, if you want to just look, if you want to think, or anything.
I assume if we go to the head, that's where we need to. That's where things are happening.
Kotam isn't sure exactly. Let me find my notes. 1 second. 1 second. So Kotam says he's not sure about Glacia. She is a chaotic and unpredictable force that now is punished by her own father to be sort of trapped in this realm with little power and little hope of gaining power, much like Levistus himself, as you had so distinctly twisted fate against her. Whereas before she was almost second in command, and now she's stuck in this horrible, grotesque place. He suggests that you go to the Sign of the Hag's Arm Inn. It is a grotesque place where people congregate on this realm and commiserate on being stuck here in such a foul place.
Suppose we'll go if nobody else has any other direction.
What was that place called?
Sign of the Hag's Arms Inn. Sign of the Hag's Arms Inn.
Quite a mouthful. You should have just named it the Hag's Armpit.
Yeah, kind of.
Anti-ethical pit.
Yeah.
Kotam stops, allowing you exit onto this horrible, terrible plane. Whereas some places burn you or freeze you, this just makes you uncomfortable. You're walking on dead flesh with every step. Sometimes you get soft and spongy necrosis. Others you get hard bone just underneath the surface of flesh. You feel the crackle of cartilage or the pop of some abscess. It's disgusting.
Gross.
Sounds
I
like
will
it's-
be flying on my wings as often as possible.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Sounds like it's Ariak Crater from Act 3 in Diablo 3.
Yeah, that's definitely what it sounds like.
On the way to Asmodeus.
I didn't play Diablo 3.
There's a whole level when you get down there that there are these giant creatures that are bound with iron masks and chains and pikes in their body. And their skin looks like it's on fire, like it's charred and smoldering. And you're walking on these platforms, and the whole ground that you're walking on is the skin that was charred and stripped from those creatures and laid stretched out over there.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, yeah, you're on this corpse, this deity corpse, and you're just walking on her gross flesh. You see teeth here and there. You see bone, ribs make up these impossibly huge mountains.
You know, if I didn't know it was less than 200 years or if I knew it wasn't more than 200 years. You know what I'm trying to say?
Bring her back. Yeah.
That would be insane, right? Just like she's just like alive, and we're all on her.
See,
You just hear like the Discord disconnect from me.
see, James, you shouldn't have read the spell out. You should have asked them, how long have they been dead?
Yeah. Oh, 199
a billion years. A
Yeah.
billion of them.
Yeah. That'd be fucking awesome.
So, like before, your consequences have action. Your actions have consequences, I should say. Whereas Levistus's realm was brought up by your actions, and where it was kind of a jewel of the hells. Levistus is not nice by any means, but he doesn't torture his constituents. He's got bigger things on his plate that he has ambitions for, and as such, his realm is kind of flourishing. Whereas this one has been shrunk down to nothing, just a gross prison for the wayward daughter. The sign of the hag's arm is kind of a focal point for everyone. It's a huge inn. It's 3 stories and massive. And it is indeed seemingly cut into part of an arm, if you could kind of guess. It looks like a huge rolling hill, but you can only imagine that, given its name, it was carved into an arm of the great hag.
Yuck.
As such, the sign of the hag's arm. You enter, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Before we go in, what
Yes.
do we hear? Do we hear merry music? What do we hear?
That's a good question. Roll me perception.
Oh, 15.
It's a fat old 7, boy.
24.
I would like to note ahead of time
28.
that level up added 2 more points to my charisma skills.
Of course. Your rolls weren't high
I don't
enough.
even know why John even bothers to pick up a die.
I was in a weird spot where it's I'm in a lull because I've got 1 level in cleric and 15 in monk. I can put the point in monk, but then I won't be able to put the extra point in the cleric to get a life domain.
I thought about taking a level in Warlock.
Yeah, well, I could tell you right now.
Be pretty
I got nothing
sick.
Special.
I still want to change my domain to that fire domain, but Garrett just rolls his eyes and says, "You guys keep changing your characters."
Who rolled the perception bestest?
Me
Was it
and
Josh?
Patches. I rolled a 24 and Patches
28.
rolled a 28.
How you like my 7? Does my 7 win?
Well, you two, I'm assuming you tell the party, but if you want to keep something secret, let me know. But this is kind of innocuous. You see the inn. From the entryway, you hear a lot of stuff. The walls pulse slightly. They seem to be made of flesh. There's no wood around here. Everything is flesh made. Tooth chandeliers rattle with the wind of people coming and going. You see strange, misshapen, acidic devils here, along with wayward souls and occasional travelers. You see that the structure is built into finger bones as the supporting beams, complete with sinew-strung hammocks as the sort of resting area that people would buy. There's a menu out front with strange meals, including stew of forgotten names, wriggling pie, tooth broth, cockroach brulee. Drinks like blood and bitter and phantom mead are served in hallowed jawbones.
How dare you put that on my favorite alcohol of choice, Garrett?
It might be good. You never know.
No.
And above the structure, there's a wooden sort of lattice work that says the owners. And it's 3 hags. They own the place. Anacreda, Anacreda, Maleki, and Arabella.
Maybe it's Anacrida.
Yeah, sure. Anacrida. That works for sure.
I don't know.
Dealer's choice. But they run this place. It's huge and bustling, full of activity and life, strange, fleshy components of its existence. You see a lot of things. There's a skin market where skin seems to be the thing of choice for people who want new faces, new bodies, new limbs, or even materials to build themselves or their surroundings. There's a dream parlor. There's a great bonfire behind the place where several drunken, rambling social events take place. The great fire burns with an acrid, horrible smell. It seems hair is used to mostly keep it going. It's quite unpleasant. And yeah, there's a lot going on for sure. That's kind of what you see and hear from the entrance.
I'm not sure I'm going to like their food.
Cockroach brulee.
Yeah, I think I'll refrain.
It's protein.
No.
Yeah, he's talking about alcohol down here. He's like, where do they get the yeast? I don't think I want that.
Oh,
yeah.
God, no. Why did you even have to put that in my fucking brain?
I had to think about it. You have to think about it now.
Damn it, Josh.
Yeah, quite a foul realm.
I would rather be passing through if I were you.
I suppose we'll stay here for the night. We're all getting one room.
The rooms, quote unquote. Well,
It's going to be nuts to butts.
There's a lot going on with this. Lots of social stuff. I guess we'll do it next time on D&D. But
I think it's a good spot.
You enter a great inn. It's a little less pressure you feel from the last crazy encounter you had. It almost feels nice to be back at an inn, even if this is a weird, gross flesh pit.
Oh, baby, why you gotta be like that?
So weird.